This is for if they're not going, if a candidate has these type of accolades on their resume, they've already proven themselves. They likely are a driver. They want to see movement in their career. They want to see momentum. They're going to want to get promoted quickly. And so you want to take a look at, does the role offer this? And if the role doesn't offer what the candidate is ultimately looking for, so you as a leader maybe want a President's Club winner, but that President's Club winning up and comer, they want to get promoted quickly. So if your role doesn't offer that, this is going to lead to either turnover if somebody does step into the role and then a year later the company's timeline and the candidate's timeline is not matching up, well, then they're likely to start pursuing opportunities where they can move into the role that's ideal for them with another organization. So I see this happen a lot. Or at the very least, you have delays in the process, because if the candidate is being honest with themselves and really listening to, okay, here's what the role is, here's what I want, this doesn't align, they're going to disengage and or fall out of the process. So awareness can be applied in so many different areas, and in aligning the ideal candidate profile or building your ideal candidate profile with your role, you want to make sure that the role offers what that candidate is looking for. And if not, you have a mismatch, and then something needs changing here, either the candidate profile or the role design. So if you're having a challenging hiring process, you want to go back and reflect on, okay, past hires, what is working in the process, what's not working in the process, and where can we create some change. So with this awareness, then you can again with creating greater awareness, you're going to be much more likely to make different choices, which are going to lead to different outcomes. So across career, across leadership, across hiring, awareness, it's there. It's showing up through our emotions. But are we stopping and pausing and reflecting, or are we skipping the opportunity to learn? And then the same challenge is going to continue repeating itself. So this awareness, how you're feeling, what the end result is, what's happening in the situation, looking back at, okay, what was the situation, and were there signs, and what drove me to make this decision? Well, this is all information. So it's never a judgment. It's just data. And reflecting on this data is where the learning comes in. And your choices create your outcomes, which is why I like to say that you create your life. And so there's so much empowerment in that, as a candidate or as a leader or as the organization, we can always look to the other party and say, blame it on their performance. Or blame it on the organization if we're the candidate. But you want to look within and say, okay, what can I do differently here? What was my role in this undesired outcome? And that clarity, that's what is going to lead you to make better choices moving forward. And the clarity doesn't come from doing more. It comes from seeing more, which a lot of times when we're uncomfortable, we don't want to pause and actually feel and see what's happening and why we're making the decisions that we are making. So I wanted to hop on and share this today. Hopefully it's helpful. If you have a comment or a question, I will come back to the video. You can go ahead and drop a comment in the chat, and I'll be happy to share. But would love your feedback, and if you've been experiencing some challenges like this and you want to connect for help in aligning your career or improving your hiring process and retention rates, you are welcome to connect with me. The link is in the description. As always, if you like the video and you got some value, remember to like and subscribe, and that way you can stay updated on my next video. That's it for this one. I'll see you the next time.